You are now checked in to Stand Up New York Labs. Oh, yeah.
How do you do? Hey, remember, folks, get on that FanDuel. You know it. FanDuel's the trusted leader in one-week fantasy football with more winners and more payouts than any other site. They're paying over 75 million clams this football season. And, you know, building a team is easy. And I know easy. Just pick your players, stay under the salary cap, and sit back on Sunday and watch your team win it all. Entry fees start at just Uno De Niro.
Hey, great actor. And that's not all, Mark and listeners. There's a special offer for new users.
Ooh.
For every dollar you deposit, FanDuel will match it with up to $200 that gets earned as you play. That's a bonus of up to 200 bananas.
What's that bonus up to?
Up to 200.
Wow.
Offer is only good for the first 50 people that use our code Tuesdays today. Don't forget to use our code Tuesdays. The type says my, but I'm switching it to R because I love you, buddy.
I appreciate it.
Yes.
Thank you.
And so anyways, use Tuesdays, $200, and use that code Tuesdays. They're going to match it. We'll see you.
See you later.
Hey, Mark, fake banter for the intro.
That's all I know how to do.
Great.
Good to be here.
Welcome to Tuesdays with
Stories.
Hit her in the face with a surfboard.
And then the duck fell out of his bag.
Surf's up. And she didn't even flush.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Mark Norman and Joe List.
Yeah! This is Tuesdays with Stories, everybody.
No, that's terrible.
This is supposed to be cheesy.
My radio is spitting at me.
Holy hell, it's Tuesdays, everybody. Good to be back. I'm Mark Norman here, your host. Over there we got the Wiley.
Wiley?
Yeah, Wiley.
Hey, funny you say Wiley. I'll be at Wiley's in Dayton.
I'm there, too.
I don't know the date. I used to go there annually with Jason Cantor, but now it's a new owner and a new thing.
You don't know the Dayton.
Oh, boy. Why'd I bring it up? Oh, February 4th through the 6th.
All right, well, there you go.
That's my sister's birthday.
What is Wiley? I think it's good.
Wiley's the guy that the name of the old owner. I think they just haven't changed it.
I thought
Wiley
it
was
was
his name.
The Coyote.
Oh, Wiley is a coyote, but his name was Wile-E.
That was clever.
Yeah, that was a fun thing a lot of people did back in the day.
Yeah, they knew what they were doing back then.
Yeah, those cartoons are great. I was always a Roadrunner fan.
I love Roadrunner.
Yeah, that was like my favorite one for whatever reason. Meep Meep.
You know what it was? There was no dialogue, which was interesting.
Yeah, I think I was into that. I don't want to hear things, but I'm a dialogue guy.
I like dialogue.
I love Tarantino.
Were you a Bugs guy? A Bugs Bunny?
I was the big Bugs guy.
Oh, really?
Love Bugs.
I like Bugs because he's Groucho, basically.
Yeah, he's funny, and he's from Brooklyn, which is weird. And
Wait, he is?
yeah, he's a Brooklyn guy.
What?
Hey, what's up, Doc?
Is that right?
Yeah.
I never
Brooklyn
put that
Bugs. Oh, well, I just put it together for you and gave it to you.
Are you making this up, or are you just assuming?
I know what I'm talking about.
Wait a minute. Bugs is from Brooklyn?
Google it.
Bernie Sanders? Chris Rock? Colin Quinn?
Biggie
Bugs
Smalls.
Bunny?
You got to throw a black in there. Jesus.
I
We're
said
gonna get
Chris
turned off
Rock.
the air. Oh, right, Chris Rock.
Jay-Z? Beastie
from Brooklyn?
Boys?
Beastie Boys are black.
Yeah.
No question about that.
Tracy Morgan? Well, wow, Bugs. I had no idea.
Yeah, he's a Brooklyn Rabbit. Pretty sure.
That's fun.
Yeah, the Brooklyn Rabbits. That's not a bad name. Better than the Nets.
Yeah, well, the nets are silly, because that could be a fishing term.
Fishnet. How do you feel about fishnets? Are you into a fishnet?
I'll take it. I'm wearing them right now.
You'll take it, but are you into it? Is it your thing? Is it a thing?
I'm not, it's not a necessity.
Well, necessity would be real weird.
Yeah. I like them. You know, the girls that, those waitresses with the fishnet, I'm all over.
See, I like a fishnet in bed, private time, us getting sexy. Fishnet out and about it's a little much.
I like it. I don't like it in bed. I'm like, I'm getting things caught in it. It's got like an old tire and a can in there.
Yeah, a fish hook.
Yeah.
I like it in bed. I like the feel. I like to rub. And I like
yeah.
nice foot rub with. I gotta put this pen down. I keep tapping it like
Tap it.
Letterman.
Tap it up.
Oh man, I thought of something just a second ago. What did we first start? We've been into 10 different
Bugs
things.
in Brooklyn.
Bugs, I know, but then something else
Fish
caught
net.
my nipple. And I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, I love a girl with a crazy tight. You know,
Tights are good.
Those tights that they get all fancy and weird designs.
Here's what happened. My girlfriend wore tights all the time, and then And she wore tights all the time, and then she had these shoes that she wore, like a little boot heel, but then the heel broke, and she doesn't have another pair of tights shoes. Evidently, there's a certain shoe that goes with a tight.
Is that right?
So now I've lost tights. And she stopped wearing high heels a long time ago because they're bad for your feet.
Uh-huh.
So now I got no high heels, I got no tights, and she's never been a thong gal, because those are very uncomfortable. So I got no thong, no heel, no tight.
Wow, you know what you gotta do for her birthday? You gotta get her that heel.
Well, she has the heel. I gotta get the heel fixed, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, I was thinking about fixing the heel just so we go back to tights.
Heel fix.
I mean, don't get me wrong. She doesn't have to dress up for me, and I'm attracted to her no matter what she wears.
It'd be nice.
But, there's some certain things. How about a red lipstick?
Oh, I love a red lip. Big fan.
What is it about the red lips?
You know, they say it makes you think of the vagina.
Is that right?
That's what they say.
But a vagina's not red unless it's very ill.
Well, it can be inflamed after a long session of, pounding.
My testicles are much more red than any pair of vag lips I've ever seen.
Is it really? Because I've seen some pinkies out there.
Pink lips.
And my sack is more, I'd say it's a purplish hue.
Yeah, I think we've talked about our sack hue before.
Yeah, sack hue.
Yeah. Well, everyone's going to know that the title was I'm writing it down. We both started writing it at the same time. Did you get any information on the Brooklyn Rabbit thing? I saw you reach for the mic there. Feel free to jump on.
Yeah, he's a Brooklyn Bronx mix.
Wait a minute.
He's a
Wait a
mix.
minute. How could he be a mix?
Well, his mother's from the Bronx, his dad's from Brooklyn, or vice versa.
Yeah, but you pop out of a person in a city or a borough. You can't be both.
Well, he's raised in half. He's got divorced parents, divorced rabbit parents.
I don't know.
joint custody.
Yes,
Yeah.
joint custody.
But where was he born?
He was born. Maybe his head came out in Brooklyn and they shot over to the Bronx.
Right on the border, huh? All right. Well, either way, he's hip.
Well, there is no Bronx-Brooklyn border.
No, there is not.
It's called Queens, and that's where I live, folks. Come on down to Queens and suck my dick. I don't know.
That's what it says on the billboard.
Yeah.
King of Queens.
You know Joe Pontillo?
Yeah.
He's got a funny joke about
Wow, you hear that rarely.
when you drive over Queens, it says "Welcome to Brooklyn," like no other place in the world. And he goes, looks a lot like Queens.
That's funny.
It is funny.
Funny. I think he's from Queens.
One of those two. He's
Yeah.
a very New York guy.
Yeah,
He looks like New York.
I'm so obsessed with anybody who's from New York.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, I meet a Chris DiStefano. I'm like, you're from Bushwick. That's amazing.
Chris D is a guy we keep trying to get on the show because he's just a funny fucking guy.
Great
he's a
guy.
dad. He's
Yeah.
a celebrity. He's sports.
He's doing quite well financially.
Played basketball in Europe professionally.
Yeah, All American.
Yeah, professional basketball player.
Dad's in the mob.
Physical therapist, mob, dad, Letterman, all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Travolta, he kissed Travolta on the lips.
Oh
Isn't
yeah.
that weird?
He did a commercial with a basketball player.
Oh, yeah, JB Smoove.
There you go. He's good.
And Amari Stoudemire. But I think JB Smoove's not a basketball player. He's an actor. If I'm
That's
not
right.
mistaken.
That's right.
you know.
I opened for him, and he's quite a kook.
Yeah, I heard he's real kooky.
Yeah, he's a fun kook, but I mean, he would literally he would come out to the ba 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 da ba da ba da ba da. Boom. You know, he would come out to that because that's where his big claim to fame, and it would be 90% Jews out there because they're like, "Hey, it's Leon from the show," and then
Right.
he would just be like, "And then I put a fucking hot pocket up my ass and I shit it into the girl's tits, and then her tits exploded, and everybody's like, ah!" And then by 20 minutes in, the room is 10% full.
Yeah, they're all outside kvetching.
Yeah, they're just like, oh my god, they're blown away. Their yarmulkes are spinning over their head.
Have you ever seen the video? I think we have. This is the funniest video, folks. Pause the podcast. Go check it out. Type into Google JB Smoove pile driver.
Oh,
It is special.
man.
Greg Stone showed it to me. We were at a Love Shack in Vermont, like one of those shit gigs, and we were in like a little love hut.
Like with a heart-shaped jacuzzi.
Yes, it was just like that.
Yeah.
We were sharing a bed. We both got bed bugs in our asses. And he showed me this video. Legitimately, the hardest I've ever laughed at a video ever in my life.
Oh, wow.
Besides maybe the George Brett shitting your pants video. That's up there, too.
I haven't seen that one.
That's spectacular.
All right.
It's unbelievable. But we should have George Brett on. He tells a story about shitting his pants.
I love
But
it, George
You got to
Brett.
watch that video as well. I don't watch a lot of internet videos.
I don't
I'm not
either.
one of these guys.
I'm behind on all of them.
I don't know any of them, but the George Brett is amazing. I can't even get into it. I'll fuck it up, but that's amazing. But this pile driver, JB Smoove does a bit. I don't even want to give it away.
All
But he
right.
pile drives a chair.
Oh, it's hilarious.
It is so goddamn funny because the setup is so ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm laughing just thinking about it.
And then there's a chair there just so he can pile drive it.
Right.
It is fucking priceless. Go watch it. Welcome back to the pod. Hope you enjoyed the
Yes,
pile driver,
good
everybody.
video.
Welcome back.
So what happened? Little Philly break your heart?
Hey. No, it was a girl.
Yeah! That was
I wasn't sure what I was supposed to do there.
You know, that was in the jacuzzi.
Yeah,
scene.
no, I know.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I got into a fight with Big J Okerson over what's a funnier comedy of the 90s, Tommy Boy or Dumb and Dumber. I said Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber is so much better than Tommy Boy. But didn't you say, in the conversation you started, maybe you were just trying to get a little fire started, you said he said it was the best comedy in the last 20 years.
20 years, that was it. 20 years.
But I think that's absurd. I think there's like 10 better than Tommy Boy.
Well, then his second was Jackass.
Jackass is great.
Jackass is great, but come on.
I love Jackass. It's hilarious. But I agree with Goldman that Borat is much better than both of those. I think Old School is better than both of those. I think The Hangover, the first one, is much better than both of those.
Better than Dumb and Dumber?
Not better than Dumb and Dumber. We're talking about fucking Tommy Boy
Yes.
and Jackass.
Dave Smith also.
Yeah.
Tommy Boy.
That's where I guess you're just a Tommy Boy guy or you're a Dumb
Right.
and Dumber guy.
I guess.
I'm a Dumb and Dumber guy.
But Dumb, throwing the snowball in the chick's face, the shitting scene, the scene where they were in the tuxedos and, you know, he hits him with the cane on the way in. He goes, all right, time out. And the bullshit, the
Yes.
Shih Tzu with the bulldog, nice hooters. I mean, that scene is just packed.
Yeah, the snowball scene is so similar to the cane scene where it's just like he takes it one step too
Yeah.
far and just crushes
Yeah.
him.
Oh,
And,
man.
I'm going to sit at the bar and put up the vibe. I mean, we just talked about that one scene.
Yeah.
How many jokes there are.
The Banaka
yeah.
to the side. Come on.
Classic. And then who's the crazy guy on the road, the comic from Canada? He plays the state trooper.
Oh, Harlan Williams.
Yes,
That-
Harlan Williams. A couple people have told me I look like Harlan Williams. It's the most hurtful thing anyone's ever said to me.
I don't see it.
Thank God. I'll
He's
take my own
not.
life.
Is he horrible looking?
Are you kidding?
I think he's all right.
I think he's horrible looking.
I think he looks like a normal guy. I don't think he's horrific.
He does not look like a normal guy, that's for sure. I look like a normal guy.
You do look like a normal guy.
He doesn't look like a normal guy.
How about that?
Huh.
How about last night? We're sitting in the Sirius studio. Larry the Cable Guy said you were weird looking.
He did?
Yeah, you don't remember that?
No, I don't remember that.
Because you're not even good looking.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's not so bad.
I know, but that bugged me. I was like, oh, we're going to have to fight Larry the Cable Guy?
That was a weird moment. Yeah, we did Opie and Jimmy yesterday as we record. It's, I guess, a week ago now.
Yeah.
I guess it's exactly 1 week ago.
Well, we showed our cards a little there.
What do you mean?
Well, we're just giving a little time.
Well, yeah, we're recording today, and then it comes out. They know. The people
All right,
know. Our
all right.
fans are smart and whiskey.
Yeah, very whiskey. You guys.
Wispy? What the hell's the word I'm looking for?
Wiry? Wiley?
Wiley's.
Wiley.
February 4th, 5th, and 6th.
I'm there in March.
Anyways, so we did Opie and Jimmy, and Opie and Jim. What the fuck's the name of the show?
Opie and Jimmy.
Is it Jimmy?
Yeah, he likes Jimmy.
What?
Little Jimmy Norton.
Oh, I don't like that one bit.
He's little.
But his professional name is Jim Norton.
They call him Jimmy.
This is interesting.
When he started there, he was little Jimmy.
Aha. But I call you Marcus. That's not the show. It's not called Tuesdays with Stories
Hey.
with Marcus and Joey.
Write a letter to your congressman.
All right. Or my alderman. Did we ever get to the bottom of that?
Oh, he's a gubernatorial.
That might have been a cliffhanger. I don't know if we ever got to the bottom of that.
Alderman. It's some kind of political thing.
Yeah, Swayzak in the movie Backdraft. I got in a big argument.
Yes.
I'll figure it. We'll go back to the Opie and Jim. I got in a big argument at Nick DiPaolo's cookout.
Ooh.
I think Backdraft is underrated. I think it's a great movie. Tremendous. And Keith Robinson agreed with me. Bobby Kelly agreed with me. And Colin Quinn and Nick DiPaolo, who are the smarter of the five of us. They're
Right.
definitely 1 and 2. And they said we were retards.
I think it's okay.
Called us gay, and they jerked off in our hair.
Oh, wow. It's
It was-
quite a cookout.
It was a good cookout.
Yeah.
It was a cook-in. What? That didn't make sense. You ever play Ookie Cookie?
I've heard, is that the jizz on the cookie?
That's when everyone turns around. They sit around a cookie masturbating, and the last one to come has to eat the cookie.
I played it tonight. Or I'm playing it tonight.
So, anyways, we're doing Opie and Jim playing Ookie Cookie, and who walks in but Larry the Cable Guy?
Just out of the blue, just a freak incident.
Yeah, freak incident. He comes in and swell guy.
Sweet kid.
Everybody, him and DiPaolo are good buddies, and I know a couple guys that work for him. we'll say, and billionaire. That guy's worth he has all the money.
Loaded.
And he does that Prilosec. But here's what happened was he's a Prilosec guy. He's a corporate guy.
Yeah.
He's the Prilosec spokesman, and they pay him very handsomely. And he said afterwards they told him, we want like football-friendly shows, because he's there to promote his charity, which is a good charity. Check it out. And he comes in, and we were telling the story about how I got herpes.
Yes.
And he didn't care for that. He started looking out the window, like the other way. Like you could tell he was cringy. He just wanted to come in and do a couple yucks and plug his charity.
He was motioning to the producer in the booth like, this fucking guy, huh?
Yeah, he did not enjoy my company, it seemed like.
I think he liked you. I think he was just uncomfortable because he's a businessman now. He's all sponsors, promotional. He can't have HPV on his record.
I have it on my penis.
Yeah.
And my record. It skips. But anyway, so that was weird. That was interesting. But that's an interesting thing about where you become in comedy and show business. I guess you get, maybe just life, you get so accustomed to weird things happening that, like, I kind of forgot about it. Like, I was talking to Sarah, and, like, we were in bed, and I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot. And we hung out with Larry the Cable Guy.
That's the thing about that show, Opie and Jimmy, because it's really like you're just hanging out with buds, and you forget there's 1,000 people listening, maybe 10,000, I don't know. Yeah. But we're shitting on that fat woman for 20 minutes, and then I get out of there, and everybody's like, you made fun of that fat chick, that was hilarious. And I got a couple like, hey, that was a little rough. And I was like, oh, yeah, I do feel kind of weird. I just made fun of a fat, overweight woman on the air for 20 minutes.
I had the exact same experience, because you forget. It's also...
You get wrapped up in it.
Yeah, and they have the same studio as Bennington, which I've been there a million times. I'm very comfortable with those guys. So it's interesting, because you're just like, oh, I'm back at that place that I come and hang out. And you're yucking it up, and you forget. You start getting tweets like, you guys are horrible.
Right.
And you're like, oh.
Yeah. Like in 10 years, if you have a show with a woman, they're going to be like, did you notice this? And they'll be like, look at Joe making fun of this fat whore.
Yeah, it's scary. This is all permanent stuff. You can
I know.
And then you can edit and make us look pretty horrible.
But then you start getting those, that was hilarious, and you're like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Let it ride.
You can't worry too much. But that was a fun experience. Norton is so funny.
Oh yeah, we had a couple real zingers in there.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of yucks. Mm-hmm. So that was good. And Larry was nice afterwards. He left, and that was a weird moment too, because Larry's people were like, "Get him out of there! You got to get out of there!" And so then Larry can't see his people because he's got his back to them. So Opie's like, "Hey, you got to get out of here!
Right?
Go, get out of here!" And his producers are like, "Yeah." Like the Opie and Jim producers, like, "You got to go." So I think he thought that we were just kicking him out.
I think he caught it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I felt like he thought,
because they were like, you got to go do this other show now.
But let's now that we're away and we're not corporate guys. FanDuel.
Already?
Some of those jokes were a little. No, I'm making a joke that we're not corporate, but we're doing a.
Okay, I got you.
But
Harry
anyways,
Shave.
Some of those jokes he did.
Woo-wee.
Not great.
Not top notch.
No.
Yeah.
Armenian snapper.
Ooh, that was ugly. And he botched it.
The joke was, I wasn't. I tried to watch porn. I tried to watch the movie American Sniper, but I wasn't reading my reading glasses. I wasn't wearing my reading glasses, so I ended up downloading Armenian Snapper.
Yeah.
I mean, those are. I can't imagine that's a porn, by the way.
No, snapper's not even used as a term anymore.
Snapper.
Remember that old Carlin joke? Snapping pussy.
I don't remember that one.
Oh, it was about how he's like, is it weird that anyone else there's a yard tool called the snapper?
Oh.
When I was growing up, snapper was a pussy.
Right. A snapper.
It could really edge the lawn after a good party. It was so tight.
It's pretty rare that a vagina actually snaps.
That's not a good sign.
No, if it snaps or clamps.
Or crackles and pops.
Yeah, you don't want to snap, crackle, and pop.
No.
Remember that Carlin joke? Snap, crackle, fuck you.
Aha.
That was a fun one. I used to love that joke. I think that joke still holds up.
Right.
Because I was eating my Rice Krispies, and I distinctly heard snap, crackle, fuck you.
That's funny.
Although it doesn't hold up because that ad hasn't been on since 25 years.
Yeah, but I caught it. I remember not getting a lot out of that. Being like, oh, they snap and they talk to you. And you put your ear down, you're like, yeah, it's in milk.
Yeah, I got hold of seashell also, but that's not delicious.
Right. Well, the seashell, I feel like I hear some shit. Like I hear that,
but that's,
ooh, you know?
But that's what I'm saying. But it's doesn't mean it's good to eat.
Right,
like
right.
Their thing is the same thing as the seashell, but that'll only make sense from a marketing standpoint if seashells were delicious.
Were they comparing it to a seashell?
What I'm saying is they were saying it makes noise.
Yes.
I'm going with you. I'm yes-anding you.
Oh, okay. I'm a little confused here.
Because you're saying you'd listen to it and it would snap, crackle, and pop, but that's what they say about a seashell. You listen and it makes a noise.
Uh-huh.
Maybe I'm in the wrong here.
I think they were just... What does being loud have to do with being delicious? That's all I'm saying. Like, okay, it's snap, crackles, and pops. Who gives a shit?
It has nothing to do with being funny. I know that.
Yeah,
These
yeah.
loud people. Ooh.
People love that, though. That was a huge campaign.
Yeah, snap, crackle, and pop. No, I agree. I don't understand the snap,
Yeah.
crackle, and the pop.
And then you're putting your ear to your cereal, and you're getting nothing back.
Yeah. Well, I think only dum-dums put their ear to the cereal.
Well, I tried it.
Well, you had tubes in your ear, so maybe that
That's
has something to
true.
do with it.
You love the tubes.
Well, you bring up the tubes a lot, and I think it's fascinating.
I had the two. It was hell. I felt like the lawnmower man or something. I was a freak.
How about this, Garland? Hey, Joey, look at the tubes.
I love that whole string of expressions.
Yeah, down the tubes.
Yeah.
But now that's all hack, which is funny.
I know, but he did it. He closed it up.
One of my early jokes was, one of my first jokes was, don't know what you got till it's gone. Well, that's dumb. You know what you got when you got it. That's how you know you got it, because you got it. And you have to be like this, hey, honey, do we have a blender? Throw it out and I'll tell you.
Wow. I don't
Do we
remember
have
that.
one? No, it's gone.
Huh.
Don't remember it. No, I was 19. You were 11 when I was doing that.
Oh, that was your bit.
That was my bit.
Oh, okay, I see.
No, that's what I'm saying. I used to do Carlin.
Oh.
And then I did, remember he had that poem about his hair. You ever see that one? He did the Michael Douglas show?
Yes.
Some say hair, down to there. I say why despair. I did that with the word fuck.
Uh-huh.
I did a poem. I said, fuck is a word, often heard, often slurred. So,
Oh, that's not bad. like a fucked up Dr. Seuss.
I submitted it to Conan.
Oh, there you go.
But anyways, we got to get into some business here.
Oh, yeah.
Some nonsense. Are
Well-
you humping? What's going on? I see you. You look like you're vibrating a little bit.
I have the jimmies.
You got a Jimmy Norton's.
Some people don't like the jimmies. They're like, dude, what are you doing? Calm down. I'm like, can I do this? What does it matter what I do?
Well,
I like to move my leg.
We work together every week. I never see you squirmy.
That's the leg move.
Oh, I think it's vibrating in your stomach area.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's a little wishy-washy in there. But, yeah, I like it. Some people get mad at my leg moves. They're like, they put their hand on my knee, like, you okay? I'm like, yeah, this is how I deal with anxiety. Leave me
Yeah.
alone.
I had a weird moment the other day at the stand where I was sitting at the on like the chair outside because it was too packed in the room.
Yeah.
like just beyond the curtain in front of the bathroom.
Yeah.
And this woman walked by and she's like, "Oh my God, are you next?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah." I thought she recognized me.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "You look nervous." And she's like, sat down next to me, put her arm around. She's like, "Are you nervous?" And I was like, "Oh no." And she's like, "I think you're nervous. You look like you're nervous. You're staring at the ground. That's kind of like a nervous."
Oh, my
And I was
God.
like, "I'm staring at the ground because I'm waiting."
Yeah.
Sometimes you have like this. I'm fucking meditative. I'm reflective. I'm
Yeah.
just sitting. What do you want me to do?
Right.
I'm looking here. I'm not sad. I'm not nervous. I'm looking. I'm in my thoughts.
Yeah, because I'm not doing what you think I should be doing. I'm weird. Fuck you.
Exactly.
I
It's
hate
'cause
that.
I'm not looking at my phone, I guess. Or I'm not, whatever. She's like,
right.
"Yeah, you look sad and weird." And I was like, "Oh, I hate her." And then I went up
Ugh.
and killed. It felt good.
Yeah.
Gave her a wink.
Yeah, I get that a lot too. Like, I kind of dated this girl for a little while, and she would always be like, "What's wrong with you? What's going on? Calm down. What are you nervous? What are you nervous? Calm down." I'm like, "Well, you're making it way worse.
Yeah.
Let me just be. Let's just hang out." And she would like try to look me in the eye a lot, and like keep following my eyes when I moved them away. And it was like I would run up because I was sweating, and she's like, "Yo, you okay? You're sweating a lot." Like, I'm sweating. It's hot. Now you're making me feel weird.
Right.
I don't know, but she thought she was helping me. But can I bring this up? You mentioned the stand.
Yeah.
First thing, I want to give a shout out to the stand. Last night, me, Ari, Lewis, and Adele, the manager. How sweet is she, huh?
Sweet as pie.
Sweet as pie, good-looking Italian gal.
Mm-hmm.
And we hung out. We sat in the stand till probably 4 a.m, just drinking beers and smoking weed. It felt like a comedy club where we're hanging. The
Yeah.
lights were all off. The door was locked. It was great.
Yeah, they've made that place a great hang.
Oh, it's the best.
Which is one of the keys to a comedy
Yes.
club, is to make it a good hang.
We kept telling her that.
Yeah.
And she was like, "I don't know. Who wants to stay out this late?" I'm like, "We do. We
Yeah.
have nowhere to go. We're wandering the streets like idiots."
Yeah, because some places think there was one club. I won't name names, but it's in Manhattan, and they used to have booths, and it was the hang in the city.
Uh-huh.
And they had a manager who's gone now, but was like, "We don't want these comics fucking." And they took the booths out.
Yep.
And they stopped giving drinks.
Yep.
And now the club is people are just like, "Oh, that fucking club."
Yeah. It's
know.
moot.
I still love the club and want to work there.
Right.
But that's like I think people don't understand that. Like the cellar is so great because it's a hang. The
a
stand
hang.
is the same.
Yes.
You want it a place where people fucking come and hang.
Right.
Because the comics want to be there.
Right.
The audience wants to be there.
Oh, yeah. We got nowhere to go, people.
Yeah.
So we get really high, and when you're high, everything's like a movie. It was so crazy. Me and Ari walk home. We're like, let's walk home to the village. And it's fucking 4 in the morning, whatever. And we bump into two gals, I'm not going to say who, and they are coked up out of their minds, two comics.
Oh, wow.
And they're just walking down. They're like, well, we're so happy. We love New York. And it felt like a movie, like an 80s movie of New York, like After Hours or something,
yeah.
where you're like, I know these girls, because, you grew up watching these 80s New York movies, and you're like, look at those fucked up rocker chicks. And now I know them.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird to know them?
Yes. I feel that way all the time with Woody Allen movies, which I grew up, that's like my biggest influence in my life, is just I wanted to be... And Seinfeld as well. Like I want to have an apartment and your buddies coming over. And like Woody, that'd always be walking and talking. I feel like with my girlfriend, we walk in the park all the time, just chatting. And I'm like, I'm living in a Woody Allen movie.
Yeah.
I'm in Central Park. We're talking philosophy with a beautiful girl.
Right. Or you walk by one of those weird orange tubes with the smoke coming out of it.
Yeah, you like the orange tube.
I love a tube.
You had them in your ears.
I had them. So, so we're walking down. We see these two girls, and we're like, they're so coked out of their mind. It's so obvious. They're like, we're thinking about getting pancakes. I don't know. You like pancakes? I'm more of a waffle guy. Really? What do you? It's a syrup trap. It's great. When the butter gets on there, and I was like, gee, we got to get out of here. So, I'm high. So then we go to Mamoon's, and we're next to the Grassroots Bar on St. Mark's, and there's all these characters walking around. It was just crazy to just sit down at 4 in the morning and watch all these characters when you're fucking high. And that was a lot of fun. But what I wanted to get into was 2 nights ago, me and you were at the stand doing Frantic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which is a great little show they have there.
It's a free show, 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock, free show. That packs out every week.
That's a hang.
That's a hang.
That's one of those ones where comics are spilling into the street.
Yeah, I told Adele, the manager, I was like, the only reason we're sitting in the sidewalks is that we have nowhere else to go. That's where we sit. That back booth gets full sometimes. So, I'm talking to Aaron Berg, a comedian, and I'm making fun of him, and I'm like, hey, Aaron Berg, I thought you got AIDS. I can't believe you're here, just fucking around. And all the comics are goofing. And this lady, older gal, a lot of makeup.
Oh, I know that lady.
Overalls. That's a red flag. She goes, hey, easy with the AIDS jokes. And I go, I don't know. I said something like, don't tell me what to joke about. This is a comedy club. Grow up. She goes, I've grown up plenty. She's like riding around on a broomstick. It was insane. And it was awkward. She's waiting in the line to go down, so she's just standing there.
Yeah.
So she's not moving. So now me and her have a back and forth about an AIDS joke.
Before the show.
Before the show.
Oh, Jesus.
And I was just like, he's got AIDS. Now you're being insensitive. I just keep fucking with her.
Right.
And she's like, that's it. It's icky. That's an icky joke. Like,
Hickey.
you're icky. Get out of my
shuffle.
face. Yeah. So we got into it. Then Michelle Wolf and her got into it on stage, and I think they threw her out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but she was like legit crazy person.
Yeah, she got into it with Ari, too.
Yes.
While you were on, you got lucky because during most of your set, she was in the bathroom.
Yes.
She came in the bathroom, was sitting in there for like 6. She tripped over that like little bump there. And she was like staggering. She was a fucking kook.
World class kook.
Yeah, first class, world class, second class, whatever.
Second class citizen.
Head of the class.
Yeah.
You ever watch that show?
I loved it.
Billy Conley.
Yeah.
He wrote a wonderful song. I'll tell you about it later. Anyways, so she went in the bathroom and she was in there for like 10 minutes and she comes out and Ari's sitting on the stairs and we're chatting and she goes, oh, look who it is. Look who I am. It's Grandma. Evidently he called her Grandma. And she's like, remember? And he's like, what do you want, lady? Which was hilarious. And then she goes, you're tacky. You're just tacky.
Right.
Which I haven't heard tacky or icky since I was, 11.
Icky and Tacky. Great cartoon. Yeah, she was a little off. Don't come to a comedy club and start bullshitting about PC stuff. In the line, mind you.
Yeah, before the show. So she just has a fucking axe to grind.
Yeah.
With a grind an axe.
So I did the Stress Factory a couple weeks back with Anthony DeVito.
Oh, I love Anthony.
Great club in New Jersey. And how about this one? I would take the Path home every day. And I think we've all seen this. I'm walking from the Christopher Street Path to my apartment. It's 4 in the morning. It's probably 2 in the morning. There's just drunks everywhere. It's a Saturday night. One guy is so hammered that he's trying to rip a bicycle off a chain that's tied to a pole.
Wow.
Just like a bike that's, parked.
Huh.
And then he starts ripping his shirt off, and he's like, who wants to go? And I'm like, I forgot about this guy. I saw that guy a lot in college.
Yes.
And he's just trying to break stuff. He's like throwing garbage cans and like kicking cars.
Right.
And his friend's like, come on, man, we got to get out of here. We got to get out of here. And he's like, I'm not going anywhere. And he ripped his shirt.
Wow, that was me, minus the fighting. I would always break that. I was I just
I did that too.
desecrated property.
Yeah.
Now, was he trying to steal a bike, or did he forget his lock?
No, he was just like, I want damage. He was like, I'm going to throw this bike in the street kind of thing. But the bike was chained up. So now he's fighting with the chain.
See, I think that's heartbreak or sexual frustration.
I think it's sexual frustration or closeted gay.
Well, I hope it's not that, because I did it a lot.
Ah.
Oh, boy.
Oh, interesting.
I think you're handsome.
I knew it.
I really do.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're like a hot guy.
No.
I've seen the way girls look at you.
That was that one troll chick.
She was kooky as well. That was a fucking kook fest that night.
What a kook. There's something in the air. Full moon.
Boy, we had fun, didn't we? We walked to that train. It's so fun when we get to be out in public with audience.
Yes.
With some people, we're yucking it up, we're being fun and silly, and then Ari's great, because Ari is such a great hang and a funny guy, but he's not silly. So he's just laughing too.
Right. You need a laugher.
We were being goofs. That was real fun. But speaking of kooky audience members, I got one of the kookiest audience members I've ever experienced ever in my life. This is an all-time kooky
Hit me.
audience. I'm at the Broadway Comedy Club. Are you familiar? You still work there at all?
I go on weekends only.
How do you get to the weekend? Who books you? Al?
Big Al.
I got to email Al.
I got in through Emilio.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, Big Al. Always books.
I do the weekday shift with Rich Brooks, who I love. Hey, real quick, before we get into this kooky story, why don't we talk about FanDuel real quick?
Special offer for new users, folks. Hot off the press. For every dollar you deposit, FanDuel will match it with up to 200 bones that gets earned as you play. That's a bonus of up to 200 clams. Offer's only good for the first 50 people that use our code Tuesdays today. Don't forget to use our code Tuesdays. Get on it, people.
How about I was in Columbus, Ohio, and I go, can I get a venti tea? And the kid, dead serious, he goes, do you want water in your tea? Are you familiar with tea?
It's a lot of water.
It's water. That's the beverage.
What does he put, OJ?
I go, wait, you got any Pepsi back there? Could you boil up a little Pepsi and throw that in there? If you're out of Pepsi, I'll take water.
Do you want tea in it as well?
Yeah, maybe I'll just chew on the bag for a half hour. Speaking of chewing on the bag, how's your parents?
Hey! I've had my bag nibbled a time or two.
Take that, barista man.
Yeah. You know what would be fun is to teabag
Him?
some water with your balls.
I've done that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, if they're a little, you didn't have time to shower, you put a little soap in the water and you...
Oh, that's fun.
But I used to do it with a Dixie cup. You ever do that? You put your dick in the Dixie cup, and then I didn't consider the water would be displaced.
Right,
It would
right.
spill everywhere. My mother's like, what are you doing in the water?
Your mom was watching? She was the ref?
The marriage ref.
Not a bad show, actually.
People hated it.
I liked it.
Oh, interesting.
I liked seeing Larry David and Madonna go at it. I mean, come on, that's comedy gold.
Oh, I didn't see that episode.
Oh, by the way, Larry David, he did a Charlie Rose.
He said that like he was going to say hello. By the way, Larry David says
Larry
hi.
David says hello, yeah.
So Charlie Rose.
He did Charlie Rose, and they go back to his high school in
Swampscott.
Sheepshead Bay.
Sheepshead Bay.
Yeah, and it's fun.
Wow, I got to see that.
He's walking through the halls. They go to his first apartment. They go to his first apartment. It's like some, weird ethnicity family living there that don't speak English, but he's like, this is my room. It's fucking tiny. It's so crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got to finish the hall. You skipped the halls.
They walk through the halls of this high school. Yeah, like he's an equal. Just walking through the halls.
I got so into the halls, and all of a sudden I'm in his apartment. I didn't get to savor the halls.
I don't know what else to tell you. He walked through the halls.
Well,
he
what
said,
happened? Did anything happen? A banana peel?
Hey, because that's my old classroom. I got laid right
Okay,
here. I
classroom.
shit my pants in this alcove.
That's what I'm talking about. You skipped the shit the pants,
All right.
alcove.
Well, I thought the apartment was pretty cool, too.
That is cool, but let me enjoy the halls.
All right, well, the halls. You ever had the halls to eat for the throat? They're good for the throat.
Ooh, oh, yeah, halls. I've always been a Starburst guy.
I don't know if that helps. That's more of a chewy thing. I think it's just sugar.
Hey, Chewie.
How about the guy, a guy who can do a chewy well? I don't know if I want to hang out with. I like a guy with a bad chewy. I don't want a good chewy.
I got a Yoda.
Let's hear the
This
Yoda.
might end our relationship if it's
Oh,
good.
boy.
Do you like a good Yoda or a bad Yoda?
I'd like to hear the Yoda. I'll decide. After I
In
hear
your
it.
opinion, as of now, before you hear it.
I don't mind a solid Yoda, but if you're doing a kick-ass Yoda with the outfit and the paint, we're done. You got green paint
Yoda
going.
doesn't paint.
He's got green.
How funny is it? You have Yoda and smock and painting.
Oh. I mean, painting your skin green.
Right, I got you.
Yeah.
All right, well, listen, here it comes. I don't want to lose a relationship here, but
Here we go.
Yoda, you seek Mark.
Wow.
That's not bad.
That wasn't bad.
And then here's my Chewie. Mark wants a bad Chewie.
I like a bad chew. You do a good chew or on weird terms.
Boy, we went from Larry David in the halls to Chewbacca. real
That's what
quick.
it's all about.
Yeah, it is all about that. All right, so let me get to this fucking
Yeah.
kook at the Broadway Comedy Club.
Yes, hit me. Oh, this is big. I heard about this via text.
Yeah, and in the blogs, of course. So I go to Broadway, and I get there early, which I rarely do because it's not a good hang.
Not a good hang.
One of those clubs, it's a good club, and I'm grateful to work there, but it is not a hang.
Yeah.
You're in the back with the meat and the boxes and the,
Right.
and the fur coats.
It's one of those clubs where you feel weird, like you just want a water, but you're like, can I ask for a water? Am I allowed?
You have to steal the water, then
Yeah.
the door opens, you're like, ah! You spill all the water because
Right.
you're trying to steal one because you've been working there for 25 years. And anyways, so I'm there, and I love Dee. She's really sweet to me.
Very nice.
Yeah, and they're all really nice, actually. It's just not a great hang. It's not a warm
Nah.
place. I do enjoy the club, like I said. I'm grateful, and I like Dee, and I like Rich Brooks a lot. Anyway, so I'm there, and I get there early, and Joe DeVito's on, who's a buddy, and he's a great comic.
Good comic.
Yeah, very good comic. And he's on, and there's a guy in the back. He looks, not to bring up AIDS again, but he looks like me if I had AIDS.
Aha.
Sounds insensitive, but like shaved head, glasses, scrawny, kind of bent over, bad teeth.
Interesting.
Yeah, and so he's in the back by himself, and all of a sudden he just goes like, oh, and Joe's like, what the fuck?
Oh,
Okay.
Uh-huh.
That was weird, and then just keeps going. The whole audience looks, and everyone's just kind of like, that was weird. And the guy's like, ah, whoo! Literally, he's like doing that, and everyone's like, oh, what the? And Joe's trying to be a pro. He's like, hey, boy, we got a nut house here. Somebody
Yeah.
just whatever he's doing, that's getting some laughs. And the guy's like, ah!
It's a bad chewy.
Weird noises. Yeah, he did a bad chew. He's just doing weird shit like that.
Uh-huh.
And we're all like, this guy's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So the next comic goes up. I think his name is Bumpkin, which is weird.
Oh, you know what a bumpkin is?
No, I think it's Blumpkin.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
But I don't remember what it is.
It's when you get a beach while shitting.
Right, Blumpkin.
Blumpkin.
This guy was Bumpkin. Like
Okay.
Pumpkin, but with a B.
Aha. Rupert Bumpkin.
Indeed. So, great comic. So anyways, that guy goes up, Bumpkin. The guy's like, yeah, Bumpkin! Come on, Bumpkin! We're all rooting for you, Bumpkin! And then he'll just go back to his phone. Like he's a fucking crazy person.
Weird.
Yeah, and so they're like, this is a problem. We got to kick him out. So they go and get like the door. There's like a door guy upstairs who like takes IDs. Big giant black guy, which is what you want out of a doorman.
That guy's terrifying.
Yes,
I
he's
know
like
that guy.
a huge guy. And you want a black guy because white people
Yes.
are terrified of black people.
That's true.
And then black people will respect black people. So you got to get a black doorman.
Interesting.
Because if you have a white doorman, the black people are like, fuck you, this is racist.
Right, right.
So, they could do that. Not all, whatever, you get it, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, he's a big black guy, which is an ideal doorman.
Black
So
Lives
he-
Matter.
So he comes down, and then he goes, hey, sir. But here's the problem with this doorman. He's too nice.
Ah.
He goes up and he's like, sir, we got to ask you to leave. You can't be yelling. This is insane. You're on your phone. You're screaming. You're a nutcase. And the guy's like, I'm sorry. He's like, I'm just trying to enjoy the show. I didn't know that wasn't part of it. I'm an idiot. It won't happen again. And the guy's like, all right, well, that's your last chance. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, get
no
rid of
more
him.
chances. Just get him out.
What does the guy look like? Give me paint a pic.
I told you, AIDS, me.
Oh, you with AIDS. Okay.
Yeah, he's a white guy and like shaved head. He's got maybe 5 o'clock shadowish, nerdy glasses. He's kind of hunched over, real
Interesting.
skinny.
Interesting.
Skinny, just a weird looking guy. He looks like a shooter. I hate
Oh,
to be
wow.
prejudiced
Got it.
or judgmental, whatever, but he looks like a guy. I got nervous because I'm
Right.
like, all the shootings happening now. It's not going to be long before a performer's. I mean, I know Dimebag Darrell there, Pantera. I feel like it's not going to be long before a comedian's like, hey, fuck you. And he's like, oh, yeah. And then
Right, yeah.
that's going to happen at some point. So anyways, he's doing that, and the door guy gives him another chance. And I'm like, no more chance.
Hate the chance.
And this guy Bumpkin's doing like an 8-minute set, and I'm next. So I'm like, it's gonna come to a head while I'm on stage. I
Yes.
just know it. I've been
Yes.
around long enough, and I'm like, I don't know why this guy. He's literally going, oh,
Jesus.
And you're like, you can't have that.
No, he's like a sound effects
You
machine.
got to throw him out.
Yeah.
It's just insane. So he's like, I'll get one more chance. So I'm like this guy all of a sudden is just going to be
Right.
a normal human being.
He's gonna fly right.
So then that was pre-Bumpkin. So the
Okay.
next comic is Bumpkin. He goes, all right, Bumpkin, we're all rooting for you, Bumpkin. And so I'm like, well, how about that?
Yeah.
He had one more chance.
Right.
That's the chance. He's out.
Is he being a dick or is he just out of his mind?
Hard to tell.
Uh-huh.
But let's get to the whole story and you
All
make
right.
an assess. But I
All
think
right.
he's being a dick. So then Bumpkin goes up and he lays an egg. And he comes off. And then the host, brings me up. And so I'm like, well, here we go. And I'm killing. I'm having a good set. And the guy's pretty quiet. And all of a sudden, like maybe 8 minutes in, all of a sudden he's like, "Ee-haw!" And I'm like, all right. So I just stop and I'm like, I look because I'm like, now is the time to throw the guy out.
Yes.
So I see the door guy goes over there and I hear them talking and he's like, just give me one more chance. And finally I have to break character. I'm like, he's had enough chances.
Yes.
He has to go.
Get him out.
He must leave now. 0 more chances.
Right.
And the whole audience is like turned around. They're looking back at me. They're looking at him. It's like a whole thing. And I'm like, all right, everyone focus on. I thought I had a pretty good line. I was like, everyone focus on me. I'm like, I feel like I'm a parent driving by a horrific car accident. I'm like, hey kids, look up here.
Oh,
Nothing
right.
to see out there.
Yes.
So they start kicking him out, and then I just hear like, "You want to fight me?" He's like, "I'll fight you." The guy's
Whoa.
saying that, and the door guy is he's like a massive guy. He's like, "If you want to fight, I'm happy to fight you. Let's go outside and we can fight."
Wow.
And like half the crowd's like, "Woo!" They're not even listening to me anymore. They're like, "Yeah, fight him!" And I'm like, I go into my fighting bit, which was fun.
Aha.
Got a new fight piece.
Yes.
So they walk out, and then like the whole time I keep making jokes. I'm like, "Are they still over there? They're probably right there. He's probably whatever." Fighting, I'm like, and then every time the door opens, I get scared the guy's coming back in because they might give him another chance. They keep giving him chances.
Yeah.
So I'm like shitting on the guy, and then I'm like, what the hell's going on over there? So then yada yada, I'm on stage. All of a sudden, I'm like, I've been up here a long time. You get that sense. You're like, I went through all the material I wanted to do, and now I'm into like
Old shit,
jokes.
yeah.
I'm like, why am I doing old jokes here?
You probably hit the 20-minute mark.
So I look, and I'm at like 24.
Aha.
And I got another spot, so I'm like, hey, I'm supposed to do 20, by the way. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but you got to get me off stage. I'm breaking down the wall again.
Whoa, boy, no wall.
I'm like, you got to get me off stage here. I got another gig.
Yeah.
And the crowd's like confused because I'm having a good set. They're digging it, especially now that the Kook Meister's gone.
Yeah.
So finally, it's like 26 minutes. I'm like, hey guys, I'm not going to leave the stage empty because I'm a pro.
Aha.
But I'm like, somebody's got to come get me. I'm like,
Sure.
even if the host isn't here, another comic has to come on. I have to go.
Wow. What do you got? Chris Murphy working?
I don't even know who was there. So then the host was the kid. I think his name is Andrew. Light-skinned black guy. He's always hosting there.
Sounds hot.
Forget his name. I feel bad too. Anyways, he comes running in. Shit, I should know his name.
Zuckerberg.
I'm pretty sure it's Andrew.
Okay.
I say he's light-skinned black guy.
Uh-huh.
Zuckerberg.
He's light skinned.
There's no blacks named Zuckerberg.
You said Andrew.
Oh, I got you. I see. I was wondering where that came from. Anyways, he comes running in. Finally, he's like, I'm so sorry. And as he takes me off, he's like, you're not going to believe what's happening. So I'm like, what? So I walk off, and one of the intern guys is like, it's crazy up there. So I go upstairs. This guy, they got him upstairs. He went ape shit. He started grabbing salt and pepper shakers
Whoa.
and signs and throwing them all. And they're like, we're calling the police. He's like, call the fucking police. He's ripping stuff down. He's throwing stuff at them. Pens, paper, the works.
What?
Then the police show up. The guy takes a shit right in his pants.
Wow.
Shits his pants. And then he's got like loose psych pants on, psycho pants.
Psycho pants.
He shakes him out the bottom of his leg. There's shit everywhere.
Oh.
Diarrhea, runny, chunky shit. The guy
Interesting.
just purposefully takes a dump.
Whoa.
All over Broadway Comedy Club.
Wow.
And he's smearing and swiping. The guy's crazy.
Smearing and swiping.
He's smearing and swiping.
Holy shit.
So I go up. I'm trying to tiptoe around the shit to get to my other step, and I'm like, I gotta watch this. This is crazy.
Yeah.
The police are there. They send an ambulance because like he's too crazy. We gotta send him away.
Wow.
So I go downstairs. I'm like, what the fuck's going on up there? That's crazy. We're all, kvetching. There's shit everywhere. And then the police come, and they're talking to him. And then I go back up. I'm leaving. The police have him not in the cop car, but in the ambulance with both doors open. The guy's wearing a towel. They gave him a towel. And he's like telling a story, and the cops are yucking it up.
No.
They're like, that's hilarious, you nut.
Weird.
Yeah, he like made buddies with him. He's like a weird psycho.
Holy moly.
Because I think the New York City cops are dealing with a lot of stuff. Rape, crime,
Right.
you, me, Kramer the Butler.
Yeah, this is almost a little break. It's like a funny break.
They're like, fun. Some guy shit himself at a comedy club. That's hilarious.
That is funny.
So they're chatting with him. But I got nervous. As I'm leaving, I'm scared they're going to be like, you know what? Get back down there, you knucklehead. You're hilarious.
Oh, right.
Because they're having fun. But yeah, this psychopath is making all these noises, takes a dump right in the club.
Smart move. I mean, what's a better safety precaution than shitting yourself? No one's going to fuck with you when you're covered in shit.
Yeah, everyone's afraid of you, and they're like, well, we better call the ambulance.
Yeah,
He's too crazy.
You're crazy. It's like that old thing where the guy's talking to the judge, and he puts his hand in his pants, pulls out a wad of shit, and eats it, and he got insanity, but it was peanut butter. Some mob boss did that.
Oh,
in like the
interesting.
60s. Yeah, he pulled out a big wad of whatever, ate it, and he goes, I'm crazy. And they go, this guy's insane.
Maybe it was DeStefano's dad.
Maybe. But he got off, but it was peanut butter.
Wow. So he
Chunky. Extra chunky.
It's interesting, but yeah, I thought it was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. But I bet the guy never even went to jail or anything. They probably
Probably.
just like, go home, you kook.
Wow.
But yeah, unstable guy, making all kinds of weird noises, taking a shit on the floor.
Yeah, if you know this guy, call in.
Yeah,
Because I'd like to get to the bottom of this.
yeah.
What a kook. This is the kooky episode.
Yeah, it is the kooky episode.
A lot of kooks.
But man, it was wild. I've never seen or heard that or had it. That's a new one for me.
Yeah. I
Took a shit.
had a kook on an airplane. She didn't shit herself, but she I think she queefed at one point.
Oh, that's fun.
But you ever had that one where I sat down, woman's in the middle seat, and I sat down, I'm just got my earbuds in, I'm ready to fly, and she goes, older woman, white hair, the whole thing, and she's really shaky and weird, and she's like, I usually sit on the end, but they have me in the middle. And I'm like, yeah, thinking like, you're not getting my seat, whore.
Right.
And she's like, I don't know who put me here, but I'm in the middle. And I'm like, all right, tally ho. I don't know what the fuck to do. And the whole flight, and then thankfully the guy who had the window seat came, and I kind of gave a shoulder and turned the other way, and she's just annoyed him the whole flight.
Oh, I see. Did you give him like a wink and we got a batshit crazy broad here?
I gave no wink.
No wink.
Yeah, he got in there, and he seemed all right with it. He was like an older guy, and he was like, I'll talk to this, yappy broad.
Yeah, isn't that fascinating? The people that are just okay with being like. I was talking about this yesterday. Sarah and I went out to the U.S. Open. I've been twice, by the way. I'm obsessed with the U.S. Open. I love the tournament. I love going out there. I've spent hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
But we go out there, and there's people. Yesterday was 100 degrees, sunny, no cloud coverage, and they don't let you bring your own sunblock in, but it's expensive.
Yeah.
So they're telling people like, hey, you can sunblock up now, but you can't bring that in. So the guy is like, has the spray sunblock, so he's just like firing it on real quick.
Uh-huh.
And I want sunblock because I'm going to be sitting out there, and I don't want to cancel the whole thing. So I was like, don't you wish, I said to Sarah, I'm like, don't you wish you could be the kind of people that just go, hey, sir, you got to get rid of that. Can I use that before I go in?
Right.
But I don't have it in me.
Yeah.
It's a thing that like he doesn't give a shit. He has to throw it away.
Yeah.
It's going to waste.
I know what you
But
mean.
I just don't have that gumption.
You can't build it up. You can't go, fuck it. Hey, buddy.
I could if I had to, but I'm just like, I'd rather just
Right.
die of skin cancer than be like, can I have some of that thing you're about to throw away?
Yeah, I know what you
Some
mean.
people they think I'm crazy. I'm the crazy one.
Right,
They're like,
right.
just ask them, you idiot.
I know, but I don't want to bug anybody.
I don't want to bug anybody because I don't want to be bugged.
That's what it is. You don't want to be bugged.
But then again, if I had something like someone asked, I'd be like, yeah, terrific. I'm glad it's not going to waste.
yeah.
I'm much more comfortable offering the thing. Like if I had sunblock, I would be happy to be like this. Does anyone want some of this sunblock?
Right.
Because I'm not bugging. Now I'm helping.
It's like the guy who has all the food in his house. He's like, no, eat something. It would make me happy if you ate something. And I'm like, I couldn't ask. You talk to him later. He's like, you're like, I couldn't ask. He's like, I had all that food. I wanted you to eat. I'm trying to give it to you. And you go, but I wouldn't want you to eat my food. That's why I didn't ask.
Interesting. But the thing is, the key in that movie is you have to say, I'm throwing it away. 'Cause I do that a lot.
Yes.
I'm like, do you want this? And they're like, do you sure? I'm like, I'm literally throwing it away.
You've told me that before.
Yes.
And I'll eat the hell out of whatever you got.
Yeah. Oh, that sunblock just reminded me of a thing, and I lost it.
Ah, shit.
What was it again? The sunblock we talked about.
Well, I had another thing.
Oh, I thought of it.
Hit me.
Oh, okay. Do you want to go?
No, I got a dumb one.
All right, I got a dumb one too. But let me ask you this. This is a fun topic of conversation, and feel free to help out. Did you have the term 10 fingers where you came from?
Never
Let me
heard
give
of
you
it.
10 fingers.
I've
You
heard
hear that?
hang 10.
No, you're saying no. All right. Where did you grow up?
Portland, Oregon.
Oh, wow. Home of the Bucks.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Trailblazers.
That's the one.
Yep. Or the Oregon Ducks.
Thank you.
That's in Eugene.
Yeah, also Eugene, I think, invented Nike.
Yes, that's where the Nike factory is.
Yes.
And the waffle shoe.
Ah.
Waffle bottom shoe.
I prefer pancake.
Uh-huh. Well, the waffle holds the syrup.
That's true. Syrup trap.
Boy, but smoking weed and bumping into someone on coke, that's a bad combo.
Oh, dude, I was just tiptoeing the whole time, like, okay, got it, thank you.
Yeah.
Tiptoeing backwards, I got hit by a bus.
Not a good combo. But anyway, so 10 fingers. When I grew up, you would say, give me 10 fingers.
Meaning high five or?
No, that's like a boot. Like I'd lock my fingers, you
the
step
boot.
in my hand, and I help you over the fence.
The help up.
Yes. So if it's like, we got to get on that roof, I'm like, I'll give you 10 fingers.
I like it.
There you go.
Never
And
heard
that
it.
was the term. But it's one of those things where you think that's a common term. Mm-hmm. So the other day, Sarah and I were killing some time. We were on our way. You were involved, sort of. We were on our way
boy.
to see you, but then the show got canceled at the stand.
Aha.
We were texting. Anyways, we were walking through, like, I think, not Tompkins Square Park, but like Gramercy Park.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like 11 o'clock at night. And there's these two girls. They wanted to hop some little fence to go smoke weed or fuck in like a planted garden.
Sure.
They looked like normal girls. It was weird. They didn't look like druggy, like, hippie girls. Mm-hmm. But anyways, the one was like trying to figure out how to hop the fence. It was like a spiky fence. So I was like, hey, and I was with Sarah. So I was like, hey, do you want 10 fingers? And the girl was like, what? Get away from me. It was like a weird thing.
That sounds weird.
But I was like, I'm with my girlfriend. I was like, no. So I had to do like a visual. I was like, you can step in my hand. I'll help you.
Yeah.
But she didn't know that Sarah was like, what the fuck, 10 fingers? What are you, crazy?
Uh-huh.
So I'm just walking up to a girl in a dark park in New York City being like, do you want 10 fingers?
Yeah, how about a fist?
It sounds real creepy.
Oh, that is creepy.
Yeah, but, and then she didn't want the help. And I was like, no, I'll help you. And then part of me, she was like, no, go away. And I was like, I'm with the girl. I'm not trying to rape you here.
Women are scared of men. You're by a park. It's dark.
I get it. Yeah, I was just trying to help, but I felt bad. Then part of me was like, I hope she kind of slips and fucking gets ripped open by that pointy fence for not taking help.
Yeah.
But, you know, who am I?
People are weird to get help.
Yeah, it's hard to get help.
Although I've ripped my sack on a fence.
Yes, your
years
brown
ago.
sack.
Brown, purple, eggplant, whatever. I had this one on a plane. I'm on a plane a lot.
Me too.
I'm fucking with the buttons, trying to get my TV going.
Yeah.
My TV's not working, so I'm like, hey, the buttons aren't working. I'm just slamming these buttons down. I look over to my right. I've been changing this Asian chick's channel for 10 minutes.
I've had that.
You've had that?
Yeah, it's fun.
Well, speaking of not saying shit, she didn't make a peep.
No peep.
She was terrified. I think she was just like a stone, like staring at the fucking TV, terrified. And I'm just changing up on, there's Oprah, there's, motocross, there's a cooking show.
She must have just been praying that you stop on an Asian show.
I guess, yeah.
What's an Asian show?
Dragon Ball Z.
Billiards?
They like the billiards.
I think they're into billiards.
Yeah, there's that Asian chick who's hot who's good at billiards.
Yes.
Chung Lee.
Tom Dustin would know her name. Yeah, something Lee.
Oh, I was thinking that was a Street Fighter reference.
Oh, okay.
But yeah. So that was bad. And also, I am the king of, on a plane, I'm the king of seeing the open seats and moving there.
Uh-huh.
That's my move.
Yeah, see, because you're a lot bolder than I am.
I'll get bold.
You'll do a thing.
But I have bold pops. I have like, what do you call it? Like a splash of bold? No.
Pop works.
I got a splurge. I got a splurge of bold. I don't know if splurge is it either.
I have a bold snap crackle.
Aha. Wait, what?
Well, you have a bold pop, and I have a bold snap crackle.
There you go. But I'd say 6% of my life, I'm like, oh god, I can't do that. But every now and then, I get that bold surge, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm doing it.
Yeah, you got a bold surge.
I got a bold surge.
I get like life-changing bold surges.
Yes.
Like, I'm gonna do comedy! Like that kind of bold surge. I'm doing it!
Or when you threw the egg at that Latino.
That was a crazy one.
That was a bold surge.
That was a dangerous bold surge.
Yes. Yeah, I still can't believe I chose to do this.
Yeah, I feel that way. And like sometimes I'll do it with a girl. I'm like, come on, let's fuck!
Yeah.
But that's the case where the bold surge isn't good. You need a bold, what's the opposite of a surge?
A tamp down?
No, like a bold, like long extended bold where you're like for like a couple hours you're cool.
Yeah, consistent bold.
Because I would get a bold surge where I'm just like, come on, date me.
Yeah.
I want to have sex. Please let me lick those tits.
Right.
And then she's like, what? You're crazy. I'm like, all right, never mind. I'm sorry. I'll walk home with my dick between my dicks.
Yeah, that's why I drink. Because it keeps you that bold plateau.
Yes,
a bold plateau, yeah. And then when you wake up the next day, you're like, I'm a pussy again. What am I gonna do?
Right. And then I had a bold surge.
Yeah.
Where I was like, I'm quitting drinking. That was a bold surge.
Oh, that was a bold surge.
But now I'm just a pussy for life.
No. That takes guts to quit drinking, I
know.
think.
It took a surge. Well,
But
it was a bold plateau.
I think it still takes guts.
It was a bold toe.
It's a bold plat.
Uh-huh.
Oliver Platt.
I kind of like bold toe. This might be Sam Morril or Phil Hanley. No, it's Fatigate.
Oh, yeah.
Still exciting.
Yes.
But our homeboys are coming in for the next
Oh, they
episode.
are?
So we should chill to the next episode.
Aha.
Oh.
Who is that? A hieroglyphics?
I believe that's Snoop Dogg.
Oh, that's right. He's good. Snoop Lion.
The dog.
Bold Surge. I think we're on to something there.
Yeah.
That's big. I did comedy, and this is the thing. I still do. But I'm talking to a couple guys last night, and we were all talking about our future, and that is a scary talk.
What do you mean?
Because comedy is very up in the air. It's all out in the ether. You could get this. You might not get that. You might be broke. Things might die out. Things might dry up. You
Yeah.
never know. It's a scary thought.
It's very scary. There's no job security.
Yes.
And there's no severance package or
Nothing,
anything. There's
nothing.
no like, well, they fired me.
There's no health care. There's no union. There's no nothing.
And there's no plan of action. There's no like, after this many years, you get a promotion, blah, 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 boo.
Right.
But that's like that with a lot of jobs now. Sometimes I feel like we as a community can be a bit elitist and we think that we're the only ones that have to deal with stuff like that. But some people can lose their jobs. But if you're a plumber and you have a plumbing license, we're always going to have plumbing and need the plumbing to be fixed.
Exactly. But we'll always need laughter.
Yeah,
guess you
but
don't need
can
it,
they
but-
afford the laughter? They can get it elsewhere.
Well, they say during the Depression, alcohol and entertainment go up.
That's true. Yeah, we just had a repression, I think it was called, or a recession.
Recession.
Yes. I'm not smart.
Ditto.
Boy, I was on the train the other day, and they had a thing come on the thing, the speaker,
Uh-huh.
and they go, "We're looking. If you see a package or a brown envelope on the train."
Oh, my God.
That's a little nerve-wracking.
That's terrifying.
They're like, yeah, it's like it wasn't like the generic like, hey folks, if you see something, say something.
Mm-hmm.
There was like we're looking for a brown envelope or package.
Yeah.
Please report, call. They were like, use the call button if you see it.
Oh.
So everyone started looking around, and then luckily that was the next stop, so I got the hell out of there.
Right. Well, can I throw a story? This is not kooky, but it's a story.
Well, it's Tuesday, baby.
There it is. So I want to give a shout out to everybody. I did San Francisco Punchline and then Sacramento Punchline. We had a lot of Tuesdays. Cats come out, sold a lot of shirts, got some Chipotle cards. I want to thank Aaron and David and Dylan. All these guys were great. Took some photos. And I flew to Toronto from Sacramento to do Oddball-O. And the Oddball Fest, I got to thank everybody for having me. It's unreal.
Yeah.
Molson Amphitheater, 15,000 people. I mean, Jeselnik, Aziz, Schumer, Kroll.
Now
Just
you were on the main stage.
main
the
stage,
show.
and it was terrifying.
Yeah, because a lot of people are doing these little side things.
Yes.
Those are just the whatever.
That's the whatever.
You're on the big headliner stage.
I'm on the main stage, and I'm up first. I got the bullet, baby.
Well, yeah. I mean, look at that lineup.
I know. I'm not complaining. And it's just that feeling of having 15 grand look at you and judge you, and I'm sweating, and you're like, these are my jokes. It's crazy. You're up on the big screen up there, you know. Oh, it's wild. And then I got to sit back and watch like Norton. Norton is so good. He's got some great stuff. And I watched Che and everybody. And it's really all about the hang.
Yeah.
Because after I got there, the guy was like, so you on the private jet? And I go, no, I got a flight home. And he goes, you should get on the jet. He got me on the jet. So now I'm flying on a private jet from Canada to New York with Jeselnik and Kroll and the Z's. I'll post a photo on Instagram. It was amazing. Jeselnik is so funny.
Yeah.
He's the quickest guy.
He really is.
It was amazing, and we just had a great time. And it was like, this is what comedy's all about, landing in America, and the customs is, let me see your passport. All right, you're good. Right in the parking
Wow.
lot.
Private
That's it.
jet.
Yeah, it was wild.
That was interesting. We did Opie and Jim, and there was Norton's first private jet, and Opie's never been on one. So you beat both of those guys
that's
out of the
so
private
weird.
jet scene.
Yeah, weird.
That's pretty unbelievable.
It was pretty crazy, and just to be back in, you're in Toronto, you're in another country, and then to be back in New York in 45 minutes.
Now, was it Amy's private jet, or did everyone pool up, or was it just Oddball got a private jet?
I think
What's
it's
going on?
Oddball.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Those guys live very well, it makes you start thinking like those guys are very comfortable, like Amy and Kroll, and they're all like goofing around on the plane doing jokes, and I'm like, I don't know if I have that in me, and it makes you wonder like, is this why they're so big? They have an entitlement of like, of course I'm on the jet. I'm
Yeah.
Nick Kroll.
Well, they got a big, long, bold surge. They got a bold toe.
They got a bold toe, but I think it's lifelong.
That's what I'm saying. A bold. So it's plateau lifelong.
But
We
a
didn't
plateau
turn
is it kind of drops off at one point.
at some point, but not if it's a lifelong.
That's a lifelong.
It drops off at death.
Right. They got a bold plane.
I'm on a plane. A bold private plane.
There it is. Jet plane.
Folks, we're switching plane, P-L-A-I-N-E.
It's a homophobe.
Or plan-E.
Homophobe? Homonym.
Aha!
Homophobic.
No,
Shit.
we're not that, folks.
No.
I think it's safe to say.
I love gay marriage.
Well, let's start throwing some plugs and wrap-ups here because we got our fellas coming in there. How about that Gary Veter, huh?
Woo!
If I'm not crazy, I think tonight is probably America's Got Talent, the finals, and I got a good feeling he's going to be in there.
I think you got a good feeling right.
As of recording this, we don't know, but so we can't tell you to vote, but we can tell the people in the room to vote if you haven't already. There's one person in the room. But I think probably he's on America's Got Talent tonight.
Yeah, I think he's a shoe-in.
A shoe-in. But, man, he was incredible last night and good. One of our first guests.
That's right.
Yeah, we got to have him that
Also, one of the worst guests.
That is true. America's Got Talent, but they don't have stories. But anyways, Gary Veter's kicking ass.
Yeah.
And taking names.
Oh, my God. Is he on fire? These jokes are some of the best in the city.
They really are. And speaking of reality shows, I want to put a public thank you out there to everybody that emailed and tweeted about Last Comic Standing. It was
You got robbed.
overwhelming. So grateful. I've gotten so many tweets and emails. And Guy Bannister, I got yours. That was great.
Oh, Guy.
Yeah, he's such a sweetheart and a true fan.
Hold on to that banister.
Yeah, and I loved them all. They were all so kind and thoughtful, and it really made me feel like $100. I'm looking at the wrong month here. I'll be at the Chicago Improv,
Schaumburg.
Schaumburg.
Great room.
October 1st through the 4th.
That's a great gig. You're
It's a
back.
It's a fun gig, and I go straight from there, and then Monday I'll be off in Chicago. I can't wait. I love that. It's going to be the Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
One of the best.
And then I go straight from there to Winnipeg, Rumors in Winnipeg, Chicago Improv, October 1st to the 4th, and then Winnipeg the week after that, 6th to the 10th. And the weekend after that, Albany. I'm coming back upstate, Albany Comedy Works. And then the week after that, 24th, I'll be opening for The Gull.
Ah, the Gull.
Down in Washington, D.C. at 6th and I. You've been there.
One of my favorite rooms in the whole country.
Terrific venue. I'll be with The Gull, and that's a bargain, folks. That's a 2-for-1 deal. The Gull.
That's a show. That's a show.
And that same night, October 24th, my half-hour Comedy Central special airs.
Woo-wee.
And one last plug. A lot of you already done this, but Facebook, go to Comedian Joe List and hit like, because I have all these new fans. The other page comes up, and I'm full of friends, and I don't know how to not do it. So click like on Comedian Joe List.
Fan page, huh?
Yeah.
This is great. I thought you had no work. You're cooking.
October's insane. Let me turn the page to November.
Ah, dry as a bone,
Yeah.
folks.
But we'll be at the Boston Comedy Festival.
Yeah, we will.
November 10th and 11th. We're going to do a live podcast at the Fest. November 11th.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
What are we doing on the 10th?
You host a show, I close a show, then the next show, reverse.
You host, I close.
Right.
Got it.
So November 10th, and come the 10th.
Yeah.
See us host. It's a contest.
Yeah.
See us host and close. And then come the next day, we're going to do the podcast.
Marill's hosting one, too, as well.
Oh, kick ass.
Yeah.
Boy, that guy's great.
Ah, what a beast. All right, I'm at Arlington Draft House on the 2nd of October, and then in mid-October, I'm at the Dead Crow Comedy Club in Wilmington, North Carolina. And then eventually in November, I'm in Miami doing the Home Field Comedy Club, which I've never done or heard of.
No.
So that should be interesting. And then, check us out all around town. We're always in New York doing spots at Cellar, Stand Up New York, The Stand, whatever. And donate! Go to the donate button, folks. What's the webpage? Oh, boy, that's a mouthful. StandUpNYLabs.com. Click Entertainment. Go to Tuesdays. That's our page. There's a lot of pods on this site, so find ours. The rest of them, trash. No, I'm just joking. They're all very good. Yamanika, Jared Freed, a lot of funny cats.
We know nothing about the record. Sam Morrill, Phil Hanley, Anya.
Oh, we know nothing. Yeah, check that one out. And thanks for listening. We love you. We'll see you all in hell.